touch, yeah. You just wanna caress that. These brushes, a fan brush, any of these, you just don't wanna, a lot of people are scared to do it, and hey, I was too. My instructor, when I did grass the first time, he said, doesn't look very good, does it? I'm like, thanks, I'm glad you like it. But like, we get scared and we put pressure and we get blobs. So when you're doing grass and trees and stuff, you want to think how they grow. So grass grows upward. And a lot of us are scared and we put a big old stiff, we're like, we gotta get in there. So you want to just relax. Let's say we'll go over here. And we've got grass that's maybe moving with the wind, and you just kind of hit and miss. And see, you just slow down and you just touch lightly. If you want grass seeds, you just kind of touch them, and you lose yourself into that form, whether it's animal or plant or building. You're just trying to mimic it. And again, you got to think of light and dark. So if it's down, you know, let's say in the grass or water, in this case, if there's blue behind it, you've got to have shadow. Something's got to have light. And you see, this is a bulky brush. So again, a real light touch. Let's say we want a little highlight on it, so I just barely tap. And really, a detail brush is even nicer if you want to really get realistic. I don't know, does that help y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing on a tree, same thing as fur. Let's say this is a tree bough coming. So there's our limb, and they grow out sideways, front ways, and to the other side. This is a little wet. And so that gives you more dimension, because they're going to grow towards you as well as to the side, and there's some behind you. And then, you know, if there's a limb coming off of it, it's going to have one.
Sorry, I need one cookie. I made it.
You made it?
We'll make another one.
So you see, that's another thing. It could almost be like fur. It's really the same technique for whatever you're doing. If this was a leg of whatever creature, I'm not sure what I'm creating here.
That's a pretty picture.
Let's call it a squirrel, maybe.
It does look like a squirrel.
Yeah, it does.
Acorn with a tree. Yeah. So it's just fun to see that these, no matter what brush you pick up, and if you're thinking of a form, you're just that hair's gonna lay over. So you really, when you're doing animals, you've got to know their anatomy so that your hair growth follows. And I'm just playing. I'm just showing you how you can play with different values. And I'll quit. I know you need to get going on yours, but it's the key to it is have a dark base. See, you got to have something behind it, the body of the animal. So, like if you're doing deer and stuff, maybe it would be a light brown. It may not be that dark. So you want to find your basic form, and it's just solid, and then you create the anatomy with your brush strokes for your hair, if that helps.
Yeah, it does.
Thank
Good.
you.
You're welcome. That was fun.